Hi, and welcome to our nutrition workshop on your 5-day free program. So in this short video, I'm just going to explain a little bit about our approach and give you some groundings in essential nutritional points. First up, the meal plan you're getting here is not a crash diet. It's not restrictive in any way. We're not believers in that at all. There's of course loads of different diets out there, all weird and wonderful. The keto, the Atkins, the low carb, the no carb, the great diet, you name it. Basically the problem with all these diets that really restrict you and put you in a big calorie deficit over a period of time. Yes, you will lose weight, but it's the wrong kind of weight. You will lose muscle mass as well as fat. I'm going to come back to why that's not what you want. Also, those kind of diets, well, your metabolism will slow to compensate. Metabolism is your natural rate at which you burn energy. If your body thinks you're not getting enough food, it will actually start to bring metabolism down. So I bet loads of you have had the experience of doing some sort of crash diet and wow, you've lost the weight, and as soon as you come off it, the weight rebounds. Sometimes you even go higher than you were before. So our approach is very simple. It's based on getting a calorie deficit of around 500 to 600 calories per day. That will equate to about £1 a week of fat loss. And eating in this way, combined with exercise as well, like you have in the program, will basically give you a sustainable way to live. You can have a look at the meal plan, see there's good tasty meals in there. So these have been worked out with the calories for you. In the main program, you've got complete 4 weeks. Meal plans worked out, all calorie controlled, all macro controlled. So the macros are the ratios of protein, fats and carbohydrates. Again, we don't advocate like low carb, no carb. Carbohydrates have had a really bad press, no carbs before barbs, all that stuff. We're dialing the carbohydrate back slightly. You're getting about 35% carbohydrates in there per day. We've got our healthy fats in there, which are essential for your central nervous system and membrane fluidity, actually helping you burn fat as well. And then we're dialing up the protein slightly higher. Now the reason for this is, on the program you're going to do exercise. Protein actually helps you repair your muscles. Also, protein triggers a hormone that makes you feel fuller for longer. So when we eat the protein-rich diet, we'll feel fuller. So you won't get the kind of hunger craving. So that's essential to the plan. We're looking for a deficit of 500 to 600 calories a day. We're going to add in some exercise because that's really good at raising your metabolic rate as well. And we've got your macro ratios worked out. The last point to touch on in this, you'll see, is that there's not a lot of sugars. That's because a big problem in the Western diet, in the developed world, is too much sugar. And basically when we eat sugar, we get an insulin response. Very, very simply, when we eat food, it's transformed into glucose for energy. Anything we don't use as energy there and then is then stored as glycogen in the muscles. Anything we don't use after that is stored as body fat. So insulin controls how effectively we use that sugar that comes in. When we're putting loads of sugar in, high sugar, it can't do enough. You get a massive insulin spike and then a drop. The best example of this, which we will all know, is that kind of mid-afternoon slump, and you think, oh, have a cup of tea or a cup of coffee and a biscuit. 20-30 minutes later you feel great. 30 minutes later after that you're back in your slump again. That's your insulin coming up and dropping down. So what a meal plan is designed to do is kind of balance out your insulin levels, make you more insulin sensitive. When you're more insulin sensitive, you're actually more efficient at burning energy. Your body's becoming more efficient. So sugars are out, means you won't let them down as fat. I made the point about weight, not fat. Why is that? Well, once you pass the age of around 35, you start to naturally lose muscle mass and correspondingly lose strength. This is not a good thing. As you get older and older, your strength will start to deplete if you don't want it. So, one way to keep it high is resistance-bearing exercise, so weight training in this program. And the reason why we say don't look at your weight, look at your body fat, is because muscle is a lot denser than fat. So you can imagine if you weighed the same, one person has 25% body fat, if they're identical height, everything, 25% body fat, The other is 10% body fat, but their weight is the same. The one with 10% body fat is carrying a lot more lean tissue, lean muscle. And this is what we want. We want to bring the body fat down and increase the lean muscle. So the focus of this eating plan and our whole exercise approach is cutting the body fat back, increasing lean muscle. I hope that all makes sense to you. There's a worksheet for you in this section here. Some questions for you to think about. Watch this video a few times, get a handle on it, start thinking about the kind of foods and drinks that you can maybe cut out of your diet. Start thinking what might be healthier snacks to replace with based on what we've said here. And have a good look through the meal plan and see what's in there as well. Give you a good guide. Also got vegan and vegetarian options, and of course in the main recipes you can always replace the meat, the poultry, the fish with a vegetarian or vegan option like a tofu or something. Hope that all makes sense to you. Enjoy the program.